This is Coach Destiny, and this is Questions and Answers with Coach Destiny. Let me first start by apologizing, but I had an allergic reaction to something that I ate tonight, so my lip is swollen, and I didn't want to gross you guys out on our first ever Q&A, so that is why my hand is over my mouth. So I apologize in advance for that. So we will have question and answers every Monday at 7 p.m. to roughly 7:30 at the latest. May not even take that long. The way question and answers works is you guys will send me an email at truerevelations coaching@gmail.com, or you can tweet your question hashtag ask coach destiny, or you can even DM me if you are following me on Instagram, and that's TRC underscore coaching on Instagram. After you submit your questions, I do review all of the questions thoroughly up until probably 2 p.m. on Sunday. At 2 p.m. on Sunday, I pick my top four, and those are the four that I will answer on the air. However, do not be discouraged. I do answer every single question. I just can't answer them all on the air. We'll be here for 2 or 3 days straight. But if you give me 2 days, I will respond to all of your emailed questions. So here we go. Question number one. How do you deal with negativity when it comes from your own family? That by far has to be one of the hardest things for anyone to have to deal with, and that's basically fighting the naysayers that are so close to you. Mainly because sometimes it's not even blatant negativity, like when you have so-called haters, or you have people who don't believe in you, who don't know you, and have, absolutely no problem with saying that they don't believe in you. It's a lot different than when you have quote unquote the wolves dressed up in sheep's clothing, who claim they do believe in you, but yet you hear, or their actions or their lack of support basically states otherwise. The way that you deal with that, in my opinion, is you stay focused on the positive. You learn to lean and create a support system that works for you. Unfortunately, that support system may not consist of a lot of blood related relatives. My uncle told me once, he said sometimes you have to trim your own family tree. Unfortunately, in this day and time, you have to. You have to e- evict, is I guess a good word to use. You have to evict the negativity out of your life, because you're gonna have enough going against you. You're gonna have enough people saying what you can't do. The last thing you need to do is invite it into your life. So unfortunately, if you have negative family members, you can say, I love you, I wish you nothing but the best. However, your negativity is making it hard for me to live out my purpose or live out my greatness. So therefore, I have to distance myself from you and the situation. So, with that said, always be honest. I believe if you be honest with them, sometimes they may not know it. They may just be negative. They may just had their dreams crushed at a young age, so therefore they don't believe in dreams anymore. So just let them know, like, look, you're a negative person. You bring me down. You don't support me. So therefore, I'm gonna love you from over there instead of where you are infecting my life. Because that's what negativity does. If you don't get rid of it, it spreads like cancer, and you are not able to get rid of it because it's infected so many areas of your life. Um, Question number two. How do you walk away from a friendship that is over a decade old? You don't. Honestly, if you're asking me, you don't walk away from a friendship that's over 10 years old. You talk about it, with that friend. You communicate. You may fall back. You may not be as frequent. You guys may be on two different paths, but you don't walk away from a 10-year friendship. You don't walk away from any real friendship. You figure out a way to make it work. Even I have friends that I've known since kindergarten. We don't talk every day. We may not even talk in years, but they know that if they ever needed me, I'll always be there. So I don't believe you walk away from real friendship. Now, if that's a toxic friendship or a friendship that doesn't benefit you and it hurts you more than it helps, if that's not a friend and in fact it's a fiend, then of course walk away. You shouldn't feel no shame in that. But a real friendship is always there. That friendship never dies. I don't believe friendship dies. I believe that it's always a workaround. It's always a way for you guys to continue to be friends, although life may be taking you in different directions. So don't walk away from a real friendship. If it's not a real friendship and that person is a fiend, chuck them up the deuces and go about your life. Excuse me. Number 3, my fiance has a baby mother who does not respect boundaries and uses the child as a pawn. What should I do? Again, communication. Communication is always key. Therefore, you need to communicate with your fiance and make sure that the boundaries that you need to be set are actually being enforced. Because sometimes guys, when it comes to that, in this kind of a sticky situation, you may say, hey, I don't want you guys to be alone, or however you want to do it, or you know what I'm saying, and he may not want to say it that way, and she may interpret it a whole nother way. So basically, you need to make sure that you and your fiance have a clear-cut communication on exactly what it is that you want as far as the boundaries to be, and make sure it's something that you guys are both comfortable with, and then from there it needs to be enforced to her. Me personally, I believe that when a child is in play, it needs to be in writing. Whether it be a legal document from the court, something you guys sit down and get notarized, but it needs to be in writing. The agreement of who gets the child when, how things are going to be worked out, child support, all of that good stuff, in my opinion, needs to be put in writing, only because it cuts out of the confusion. Now, if you feel insecure about their past relationship, then that's something that you need to actually look inward into yourself and figure out. Because if you can't trust this man to say, I'm going to pick up my child, or you can't trust this man to say, I want to talk to my baby mama when it's about my child or whatever, then that's a whole different ball game. That has nothing to do with the baby mother or the child. But vice versa, you as a woman should be able to talk to the baby mother and say, hey, look, I understand what your position is. Respect her position, and she needs to respect yours. If there's any any residual feelings between either of them, you need to know before you go on, because you said that's your fiance, which means that you guys are about to get married. So there's no going back. I mean, in my opinion, I believe marriage is forever. The last question is, how does your spirituality, I can't even talk tonight. How does your spirituality impact your passion? I do what God tells me to do. Maybe not the way He wants me to do it all the time, but I pretty much, my spirituality is tied to my passion. If I didn't believe in a higher purpose for me doing the things that I do, I probably wouldn't do them. Honestly put, I try to consult God in everything that I do, in every aspect of my life. I pray every day. I always take 15 minutes in the beginning and 15 minutes in the end of each day to meditate. That's just me and God having a frank conversation about what's going on and where I need to go from there. I stay in a state of constant surrender, which is basically some days it's moment to moment. I'm saying, God, please, not my will but yours. Not my will but yours, Lord. Not my will but yours. Because I do believe if I follow my own will, I probably wouldn't be right here today doing this. Because honestly, helping people and putting yourself out there to be manipulated and criticized is a thankless job at times. So in order for you to do it, you have to have a spiritual base that's strong, a faith that says no matter what, you're going to do what God tells you to do. So my spirituality is my passion, helping people be better, and hopefully through me and my imperfections, you can also see God as He walks and blesses and covers my life with so much grace and favor. So that's the last question, you guys. Like I said, question and answer is going to be at most 15 minutes, unless you guys send some awesome questions my way. And then in that case, it may be 30 minutes or more. However, you can still follow me on Instagram at TRC_coaching. You can follow me on Facebook at True Revelations Coaching. You can also follow me on I said Instagram already, Lord Jesus. You can follow me on Twitter, that's what it's called, at True Rev Coaching. So either way, and you can check out the website at www.truerevelations.coaching.com. I was not picking my nose. I was right here, people, right here. TrueRevelationCoaching.com, where you guys can sign up for your free sessions. I do sessions online. If you live in the Richmond, Virginia area, we can meet at my home office. And if you have a telephone, I can do it on the phone too. So either way, you got 3 options to get you the help that you need. If not me, then someone. If not now, then when. Be great. Make sure that you make this week a week that you can remember, a week that you can cherish. Always put God first. Put yourself second and live your best life. Thank you.